probably the most vocal anti-Trump celebrity out there.
Yes. My political views have changed immensely. I will not vote for Joe Biden. At this point, when we're doing this interview, voting for Trump is on the table. People are like, what are you talking about? That's my reality.
Wow. Coming from Michael Rapaport, this is truly shocking. This is Sahid in Nigeria, and here's my perspective. Yeah, good afternoon. This is Sahid the Nigerian from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm here again today with this very odd video. I found it very odd and very shocking to me. I never thought Michael Rapaport could come this far, but it's so shocking to the extent that I looked at the guy and I said to myself, one thing that you see with leftist ideologues or those who believe in supporting the liberal mindset or the liberal mindset, saying, oh, they are supporting everything that the left says, every twisted thing in the book, the left side of the political divide also, they just want to support it, but eventually the chicken always come home to roost. So had Michael Rapaport not experienced the issue of in New York City, whereby you have the illegal migrants coming in droves and causing security issues here and there in the US, and also, I mean, in the US in general, though, but in New York in particular, the New York passing itself up as a sanctuary city and what have you. And so if anybody from the left or anybody that supports such or odd political stance eventually gets to a place whereby what they said they are supporting will eventually get to them and will eventually affect them. So Michael Rapaport, who is a New Yorker, I believe is a New York citizen basically, is now looking at the whole thing like, oh, this is a security issue. Oh, these people are not respecting America. Oh, these people are killing some of our cops here. They are killing some of our citizens here. And the government does not care about, the Democrats does not care about this. I don't think I'll be supporting something of this nature anymore. So I guess that's where Michael Rapaport is coming from. And just watch this video.
But when it becomes fuck Israel and fuck the Jews, I don't give a fuck what you're saying. If it becomes fuck the Jews, fuck Israel, the conversation is over, in my opinion. What incited me in regards to October 7th was on October 8th, the girl in my city in Times Square going like this. That incited me. The guy in Philadelphia saying there should be more. The Cornell professor saying he was invigorated.
Invigorated was the word.
The celebration of it while the bodies were still being, while they were still fighting in Kibbutz Be'eri and Kfar Aza. While it was still going, we were still trying to get these motherfuckers out. You're celebrating in the street. I'm not accepting any of that shit. I'm not accepting, I don't care about you. When it's that mentality, I don't care about what you.
Have your political views shifted? You've been a very vocal anti-Trump.
Yes.
And probably probably the most vocal anti-Trump celebrity out there.
Yes.
Have your views shifted? I mean, a lot of Israelis are very supportive of Donald Trump, right?
My political views have changed immensely, and they're changing at a rapid pace. I will not vote for Joe Biden. I do not support anybody from the squad. I think they're totally full of shit. I think they're dangerous. I think they're race hustlers. I think they're cons. I think inevitably they want to get themselves production deals to produce documentaries. I think they're three-card Monty playing bullshit artists. I think they totally have an agenda. I have said, not to go down the rabbit hole, that at this point when we're doing this interview, voting for Trump is on the table. People are like, what are you talking about? That's my reality. That is my reality. I will not support anybody who's anti-Israel. I will not support anybody that is anti, making America safe. I'm not supporting anybody that is cool with the fact that it takes me 2.5 hours to get back into America from Toronto at the what is it called? The passport at the
passport control.
The line to go from Toronto to New York. It takes me 2.5 hours, as it should, but it takes you 2 minutes to cross the border. I'm not down with that shit. I'm not down with police officers in the greatest city on earth getting beaten up, and you're a legal immigrant, and then you have no bail. I'm not down with
and flipping off the camera.
Flipping off the fucking camera like Tupac when he got arrested and he was coming out in the red Detroit Red Wings t-shirt. I'm not down with going into a Costco or a 7-Eleven or a Rite Aid, as I videotaped once and went crazy viral, cleaning out the spot and walking like you're on like a beautiful spring day walk. I'm not down with any of that shit. So any of these people that support it, I'm not voting for them. So yes, my political views have changed a lot. I'm voting with my money and I'm voting with Israel. I'm not getting caught up or suckered into these race politics or any of that bullshit anymore. Yeah, they have changed and they're going to continue to change and evolve. It's a crazy time, American politics.
Can you see that? Can you see some of the things that he said? This guy said anybody that is anti-America, that is not going to support anybody that is anti-America. Now, if you take somebody like me for an example, obviously I'm from Nigeria. I live in Lagos, Nigeria. And I don't. Funny enough, maybe I've not even visited America basically. But one thing is, I observe things a lot. I think I'm very good at, by grace, I'm very good at observation. And also, I'm a very serious patriot. I'm a very patriotic Nigerian, really. So I support my nation a lot. So if I support my nation, whenever I see people supporting their own nations as well, truly supporting their own nations, saying the border must be guarded, you mustn't allow criminals in, those who support law enforcement, those who support the police on certain things, whenever I see people like that, I get driven towards them. I gravitate towards such people. So I will not support somebody who will be going around and killing the police. There's an issue that happened in Nigeria recently, and a bunch of soldiers, about 20 of them, went to supposedly to protect them for a mediation. A particular mediation to mediate in a particular crisis in a community, and the soldiers were ambushed and killed. I did not like that. Even irrespective of how it is, sorry about that, irrespective of how it is, I wouldn't have expected, why will anybody go ahead and say they will kill the soldiers and expect that the country should just, or the nation should just take their eyes off it and forget about it. No, law enforcement is something that I support. So the likes of Michael Rapaport now coming to this type of situation, now discovered that, what they were supporting before is getting at them now. They are now experiencing that their communities in New York is not as secure as what he thought. Worse. And the politicians in a state like New York are behaving in a manner that they are supporting citizens from other countries against Americans. As a patriot, I will hate that. So if Michael Rapaport is now coming up to say things like this, it's quite funny. For him to now even say, voting for, this is a guy who caused out Donald Trump at every point in 2016, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, right through 2020. I mean, even right to 2020, even by the time even Donald Trump lost the election or something like that. I mean, when the election came through and all that. And he was on his case. But here we are. Shall we say his eyes are opening? Or shall we say he's coming to the true reality of things? This is the reality that the Republicans and the right, in a way, knew all along. They knew this all along. Patriots knew this all along. Patriots had been saying way back, saying things like, hey, this cannot go on. You cannot support foreigners against your own citizens and expect that it will go good. You cannot. So whenever I heard open borders in a place like the US, it gets to me. I'm not a citizen of the US, but it gets to me. And the reason why it gets to me is I'm a patriot. I wouldn't allow open borders in a place like Nigeria. I wouldn't support any government that would say open borders in a place like Nigeria, that anybody can just come in. No. Even in West Africa, for example, we have the Economic Organization of West Africa, ECOWAS. You still check people at the borders. Yes, you might give them a bit of freedom to move, or you want to go do business here, they want to go see family members here, cool. But you are not opening the borders to say we are not a borderless country. There's no need of building the walls or something of that nature. So it's a nice thing to see that Michael Rapaport is coming here. I think quite a lot of people will come to this situation eventually, and they will get hit by what the odd policies that the left is bringing into governance in a place like in the US, for example. Not just only in the US, you have it in the UK as well, which has gone haywire in the US as well. If you look at the UK as well, if you look at the numbers in some places, in Sweden and what have you, you have some of these things, the left trying to just say, let's open our borders to anybody who can come in. That thing will eventually, those chickens will eventually come home to roost, and probably maybe some people's eyes will be open eventually. Who knows? So Michael Rapaport coming here is an interesting thing. Well, maybe Donald Trump can still come in and get this thing changed. So it's nice talking to you. It's a nice thing to see, and also truly, as personally, I've been supporting the patriotic Americans for quite a long time. Even if I'm doing that online, and even now, my conservative perspective is still out here. So this is ID Nigeria. That's my perspective.